And now, today's feature presentation. Time to spit this fire style jutsu. I'm riding on buses, I'm flying on planes, long distance adventures, I'm traveling on the trains. I hope you're here for the fun and not to complain. If you're here to abstain, you have to be detained. Your comments are restrained without the power to drain. Everything I ever hope to gain, I won't say it again. No doubt, no diggity. I'm the transit prodigy, the action's so clean, you might even go giggity. Call me the transit avatar because I'm so balanced as it took many years to master my talents. I hope you're ready for today's presentation as this is another video featuring transportation. I'm like a queen or a king, so supreme on the scene with my machines recording where I be. I'm like a traffic light because I'm going green. I slow down for no one and I'm not being mean. Feast your eyes on the passion as it with my passion for you finally seeing what I've been stashing. Breaking the fourth wall, shout out to movement stashing. Start stacking, kick back and let your body start relaxing. Not to boast, I'm the host with the most on the goes with color shades of freaking toast. Cutting back the jokes, here we go, blokes. Also remember to read the description, folks.
You're rocking with the DJ that keeps the hits coming.
Adventure time with the Transit Prodigy. Hello and welcome to today's video. This is yours truly, Joshua the Transit Prodigy, here giving you another epic adventure. For those that are tuning in, make sure you get yourself comfortable by getting any form of refreshments, any type of eateries, and just sit back, relax, and enjoy the action. And if you're out in public, please make sure you have your headphones on and be respectful to the other people around you. Enjoy today's video. Oh, sorry.
Zone 1, you're welcome to board. Zone 1, you're welcome to board.
No, you can't have no person. There is a definite time right now, but we do know that your lady is on this permit and it's going down for this.
Oh, baby, what?
You do it.
I'm
On the back of the safety information card, located in the back pocket. If you're able to prefer to perform the extra responsibilities and we are replying and all, we have to receive you. Thanks for your cooperation and welcome aboard. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Frontier, America's Greenest Airline. In preparation for departure, be sure all carrying items are stowed underneath the seat in front of you, and the straight seats and all tray tables are upright. Make sure your small entry devices are held or secure in a pocket, seatbelt pocket, or carrier for takeoff. As we care about your safety, please pause your devices, remove the safety information card from the seatbelt pocket and direct it to the flight attendants. To fasten your seatbelt, insert the flap retained to the buckle. To adjust, pull the low strap until you release the top of the buckle. The seatbelt should be worn low and tight across your lap. This aircraft has 8 emergency exits. There are 2-door exits in the front and 2-door exits in the rear of the cabin. In addition, there are 4-door exits mid-cabin, 2 forward of the wing and 2 aft of the wing. Each is equipped with an evacuation slider in place automatically when open, and the slides at the forward and rear exit doors will be used as ramps. Red and white signs overhead on lights on the floor leads to all exits. Please take a moment to locate your nearest exit, keeping in mind they will be behind you. Leave all carry belongings should there be an emergency evacuation. Should there be a loss of cabin pressure, oxygen masks will drop from the overhead compartments throughout the cabin and inside all lavatories. Quickly pull on a mask inside the flow of oxygen. Place a mask over your nose and mouth and adjust the feet by pulling on the elastic tabs. Make sure to adjust your mask first before assisting the child or others. Although oxygen is flowing, the plastic bag may not inflate. In the event of a water evacuation, move the life vest underneath your seat when introduced to by a crew member. Pull the red tab to open the container, move the pouch and pull the tab to one side to remove the vest. Place the vest over your head. Wrap the strap around your waist into the buckle. Pull the strap to tighten. Once outside the aircraft, pull and sharply on the red tab. On the front, or blow it to the red trim near your shoulder to inflate the vest. The vest is equipped with a water-activated light. The location and use of life vest or small chair will be found in the safety information card. Additional life wrap are located in the overhead bin. Location instructions for the use of additional life wrap will be found in the safety information card. For everyone's safety and comfort, federal regulation requires all customers to comply with the posted placards and lighted signs throughout the cabin, as well as crew members' instructions. A further reminder that smoking is not permitted in any Frontier flight, including the use of vape pens and ferry law prohibits tampering with, is Airport auditory laboratory smoke detector. Flight attendant passing through the cabin to conduct a final safety check before takeoff. Please let us know if you have any questions about the information covered in the safety briefing. Thanks again for choosing Frontier Airlines and enjoy your flight.
And this stand, you have to break it down for takeoff and landing. I don't care about during the flight, but takeoff and landing is a little
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck. Got some bad news for everybody here for us. Norfolk, I don't know if you guys are familiar up there, they're doing a bunch of airport construction and they just decided they were closing the runway. It's going to be closed until, we're being told until 9 o'clock in the morning, so I'm not sure what they're doing, but they're pulling us back into the gate right now. Jet bridge driver and gate agents, they'll have some more information for you on that. But we're being told that right now, because of the airport closure in Norfolk, that's the reason for our, we're deplaning. I'm not sure what their plan is from there. We're still trying, we were just getting ready to push. As you tell, we were moving. We were on our way, and they told us to return to the gate. So that's all we know so far. Again, on behalf of my crew and myself, we apologize. We're trying to do everything we can to make this work for you and get you on your way. Thanks a lot.
Alright, for everybody that's watching this video, you already know who this is, so I'm going to skip the introductions. There is also a small piece, well, not a small piece, but there was a portion of this particular supposed ride that I did not record because I have lost the drive to do so, following what was just announced a few seconds ago over the intercom following the flight of Frontier Airlines 3072. And shortly after that announcement, they specifically said that the flight was canceled. So that led to a bunch of people being very aggravated, frustrating. One person in particular telling the flight attendants to open the door so he could get out, which I can't blame him. And I also agreed upon that. So I'm upset. I wanted to punch the chair in front of me, but there's somebody sitting in it, and I didn't want them to feel like I'm taking my anger out on them, so I withheld from doing so. And I also did not feel like potentially destroying aircraft property and ending up in the Atlanta prison system, because then I'd really be stuck out there. Excuse me. So what took place afterwards was after everybody deplaned from the plane, we exited, we all made our way towards the front of the airport to Frontier Airlines ticket desk. Because for those who don't know, Delta Airlines owns the airport. It's their hub. However, it's focused for Frontier Airlines, Southwest Airlines, and I forgot the third one. So those are the main flights you'll see in and out of Atlanta. Now, getting back to the point, everybody ended up going to the ticket office, so in hopes of getting either a hotel voucher for those that wishes to continue their flight to Norfolk, as long as you can prove that you're from out of the state. Excuse me. We was eligible for a refund. We was eligible for a canceled flight with credit shelled. Something like that. I didn't read fully what it was, but I definitely was not going for that option. And you could have your trip rebooked. I'm not sure if I mentioned that, but just to play safely, hotel voucher with proof of being out of state, a complete refund, cancellation with credit, or rebooking. So you have 4 options that Frontier is willing to give you, which is deeply appreciated given the turn of events, which was not our fault. And I'm going to be honest with you, prior to boarding that flight, we were scheduled to leave at 18:19 EST. We already waited over 3 hours to board the said aircraft/flight. And I apologize if I sound monotone. I'm still recovering from this ordeal. And mind you, okay, let me take a step back as to how it led up to that before I continue. I'm probably gonna lose my place, but for those who know where I'm going at with this, kudos. So here's what originally was. For those that seen on my community post on my YouTube channel members, or I'm not sure if I made it public to everybody, but I'm gonna explain it here since everybody's gonna end up watching this video eventually, that when I first booked my flight for Norfolk, it was non-stop between Philadelphia International Airport and Norfolk International Airport. However, I seen a change in my itinerary a few days after I booked the flight, indicating that I'm going to be laid over in Atlanta. So wondering why, I researched Philadelphia International Airport via Wikipedia. And for those that's wondering what's Wikipedia going to tell you, let me finish, and then you'll put 2 and 2 together. So, being an aviation enthusiast, I looked up Philadelphia International Airport. I looked up the city of Norfolk, and then right next to Norfolk, it says service discontinues on August 12th. Or something along those lines. So August 12th was the last day of non-stop service between Philadelphia International Airport and Norfolk International Airport, which is why in my previous videos, 2 videos ago, to be exact. For those that are not channel members, it was 2 videos ago. For channel members that already seen it, you already know, so this doesn't apply to you. 2 videos ago, that's exactly why you saw my flight coming into Atlanta as opposed to going straight into Norfolk. So as of either the 12th or the 13th of August, if you was going to Norfolk from Philadelphia, you would have to lay over in Atlanta, since Frontier Airlines going to Norfolk, you only can come out of Atlanta directly. So back to, see, I already told you, I lost my train of thought. Fudge. 1,000 pardons. But, so yeah, basically, I really lost my train of thought. I did say that was going to happen, but I didn't think I would lose it that quick. So, going back to the ticket office, we had to go back, we had to see if we could get our trip rebooked. For me, I managed to get my trip rebooked. I'm going to cover a good portion of that in the next video, where you'll see me flying on Scarlet the Tanager to John F. Kennedy International Airport. I will say that because of this and a few other factors that took place, including not eating since around 3 o'clock that morning, and I would have had to eat if I was to continue my flight to Norfolk, but I wouldn't be able to help my friend with the hotel, which was one of the factors. And it was just a ruined opportunity altogether. It was between Frontier Airlines discontinuing their services to Norfolk, which was the original troublemaker. It was the initial troublemaker. And then, not only that, my flight to Norfolk originally had, it went through three aircraft changes between the course of when I was assigned it, which was a day prior, to the morning of October 15th of 2024. And from what I looked up, before my trip was set in motion, well, it was already set in motion, but I'm talking about from the physical standpoint. So, prior to that, I looked up and I was supposedly getting a 2023 Airbus A321-271NX in a form of pearl the spotted eagle ray. So later on, they ended up sending Pearl to Austin, Texas. So specifically the Austin Bergstrom International Airport. And then we ended up getting another Airbus A321-271NX of the year of 2024 in the form of Thunder the Bison. So from the time where my flight was supposedly boarding, all we kept hearing was announcements after announcements that our plane was going to be this many hours late. Then it just kept increasing from there. It went from fudge. It went from an hour and some change to 2 hours and some change, 3 hours. Simply put, I can't remember every time frame that they was giving us off the top of my head, except for the latest one, which was 21:50 for the departure time. And this was before our flight got canceled for the night. And after our flight got canceled for the night, the new arrival time was set for 8:43 that morning of October 15th of 2024. So I was not doing that. So everything as I explained to you, everybody ended up deplaning the plane after we was told the plane was being canceled. There was no more flights for the rest of the night. I was not doing a hotel voucher. I was actually going to get the full refund. But again, that's going to be covered in the next video. So yeah, that's what happened. So that's how we ended up not being Oh, my fault. I skipped a few things. The aircraft after Thunder the Bison, which was not showing up on the map or not seeing it pull into the airport, we ended up getting another aircraft which came from Orlando previously in the form of Pygmy, my fault, Ferndale the Pygmy Owl, which is what you saw in the thumbnail and which is what you saw me boarding. And that was having equipment issues. That plane was already a few hours late coming into Orlando, so after they deplaned at another terminal, if I'm correct. No, they deplaned at this terminal at gate D1A. They deplaned, and that's when everything started to go downhill without me knowing. So, well, it's not that I didn't know. It's more like I guess you could call it a foreshadow. And then the next morning, or rather, after I got to JFK Airport, I'm going to spoil that just a little bit, but I'm not going to spoil entirely what I'm going to cover in the next video. I find out that the flight that actually did go to Norfolk, Virginia came in the form of an Airbus A321-271NX. Much to my frustration, because I'm like, okay, of course the aircraft I was supposed to fly on appears after I got my trip rebooked. Let's see, what was it in the form of? It was in the form of Sombra, the Jaguar livery. There we go. And if I'm correct, that was brand new. No, it's 1 year old. It was a 1 year old. It was a 2023. So that was my frustration, but I'm like, I'm not doing this, so I opted to go home. So there's the breakdown as to what happened afterwards and stuff like that. However, this is only part of it because I wanted to keep it on topic as to the displeasure of dealing with a heavily delayed flight to Norfolk. And before I end this video, I sincerely thank you for watching. My overall flight was 13 hours and 26 minutes late. I had been at Atlanta following my flight on 1003, which was on Verde the Resplendent Quetzal livery. And I've been at Atlanta since 11:14 that morning. And I didn't leave Atlanta until a little after 6 a.m. given the police activity that was involved on Frontier Airlines number 1872, which again was on Scarlet the Tanager. So I think I've covered the main questions that probably would have been asked following this if I left it the way it was, as opposed to doing this webcam of my point of view as to what happened. So keep me in prayers, and if you're a channel member and you're seeing this early, keep me in prayers. I'm blessed, but given the whole ordeal, I'm emotionally not there. So I have yet to laugh. I have not genuinely smiled much for almost 48 whole hours. So just keep me in prayer. And of course, I'm going to keep myself in prayer. I'm going to keep pushing and continue supporting my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you for those that's been there for me. Shout out to everybody in the Discord server, Tism Palace. I really appreciate you guys there. For those that know about my dilemma, and once again being there for me. So without further ado, I am about to end this video. Stay tuned for the next video, which is going to be once more, and I'm sorry if I'm being redundant, Scarlet the Tanager livery. So without further ado, I'm out of here. And in a few moments, I'm going to get ready to head to Isla, New Jersey, where I'm going to fan with one of my buddies, Jay. So, that's it. Later. Nothing more to say. Thank you for watching today's featured video. And please have a blessed day.